Okay. Talk to me a little bit about your thoughts on that game, just kind of being in the field. Obviously, 0-0 is the final score.
I mean, for us, we prepare throughout the week. Obviously, the goal is to be able to get all 3 points at home, just to reward our fans coming out in this cold, just to come and support us. We want to give them the 3 points. And then coming in there, that's the same mentality that I have, just to come there, get a goal. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. So.
What was the message from Coach Boss whenever you came on late to try and help kind of flip the script for us?
I mean, obviously we are, like I said, we have the same goal. Everyone in the team, we just want to win the game. So my quality, obviously I just got here, so part of the team, and I know what I can do. So go in there, Michael, do your thing, be able to get a goal. Obviously I want to get a goal tonight, but I was a little unlucky. So maybe next week, I just want to say it's been a really great ball for us, getting everybody together. We are like a family in the locker room, and then we want to come out here every weekend just to reward our fans.
You got another big one coming up at home again against Monterey Bay. How confident are you in the squad to kind of put it together and get the 3 points?
I mean, very confident. We have a whole week to prepare. Get ready for the next week, and then obviously, we're ready this week. This week, every week is a different face, different opponent, and then next week we are here. It's our home. Every game at home, we just want to get a 3 points, and obviously we're going to get ready. Yeah.
Obviously tough to not get the 3 points tonight, but to keep the clean sheet after a string of tough results, how important was this defensive effort for the squad?
Yeah, that was a phenomenal defensive performance. Honestly, that made it a very easy game for me. You're always going to have to deal with some set pieces here and there, but they really weren't great chances. So, the boys in front did a really good job. They shifted well. Big tackles, tough 1v1 moments, but really good performance from those guys.
Did you work anything in particular this week, kind of taken from the last weekend's game?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a lot about us and what we can do on the field. Obviously, we had a lot of the ball. We got in those dangerous areas a lot. We need to clean up on getting things on goal, but it's a really good performance. Unfortunately, the result doesn't show that, but we had a lot of the ball and we never were really on the ropes or anything. So,
So you got a match next week, back at home again against Monterey Bay. How confident are you in going into that match with the squad?
Yeah, we're building. It's a very new squad, so we're looking forward to just getting another week every week and getting a chance to show what we can do. Obviously, we want to reward the fans a little bit more and get those 3 points, but the performances are coming and they're going pretty well, minus a few moments here and there that we've seen in the past weeks, but we kind of eliminated that this week and hopefully we can keep building on it for the next one.
Coach, talk to us a little bit about the fan group in this game, about a little over 3,000.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, you could tell that, one, our guys wanted to play for them, and two, they pushed us in some really critical moments that you could almost feel the energy coming onto the field, and that was something that we were really excited about. Obviously disappointed we didn't give them all 3 points, but I think the group's making progress and understands the responsibility they have to give as much to the fans as they've given to us.
Coach, we were dominant in a lot of phases of the game. We didn't get a goal to get the win, but we still came up with a clean sheet and a draw. Talk to us about the importance of that.
Yeah, it's one of the things that going into this game we hadn't had a clean sheet since our first game, and so I think the whole group felt like in El Paso, we probably did enough to win, but we bled a couple goals that are not up to our standard. And so I was really proud of the guys after the El Paso game that they just said, hey, enough's enough. Like we're done bleeding goals, and so they held themselves to that. I think we made a lot of progress in that area. I felt really solid in the back, and so and this is happens to be one of the first games that we haven't scored, but if we keep it at 0, we'll give ourselves a fighting chance to the very end.
You have Monterey Bay in this stadium next week. Obviously, getting 2 home games back-to-back is huge in the Western Conference. But how excited and confident are you in the squad going into the Monterey Bay match?
Yeah, my faith hasn't wavered in this group at all. I told them before, if anything, it's grown. It's a stretch of results that we obviously want more from. But sometimes you need pain points to galvanize groups, and I promise you, it's the most together this group has been. So from a cultural standpoint, we're learning, we're growing, we're getting better, and we've seen a lot of adversity, and that's what you need early on, especially when you're bringing 20 new players together, new staff. And so, I'm excited for this group. I think that they've got everything they need to go everything they need to go where we want to go.
You had the late additions with Hugo and Michael coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Both of those guys provided a big spark late.
Yeah.
What can you say about how they've kind of adjusted to signing midseason?
Yeah, no, Michael and Hugo, they've come in and they've worked really hard, and so we trust them. We wouldn't put them on the field to try and win a game if we didn't, and so Michael specifically was electric on the left-hand side. He did a really nice job, added some dangerous moments, and so he's a guy that we want to keep getting more time and more minutes because I think he can continue to help us. And Hugo's a guy that from day one he showed up and he's worked hard and he's done his role, and he's a guy that we want to keep getting more minutes.
Awesome.